Hello, I'm David Prohaska, Director of Administrative Operations at VFW National Headquarters. I'm joined here today by Associate Director Jonathan Duncan to discuss Section 108, Challenging a Member's Eligibility. Eligibility in the Veterans of Foreign Wars is governed by our Congressional Charter. Therefore, it is imperative that every member meet the requisites of membership to ensure the integrity of our order. Jonathan, as a member of the Headquarters staff assisting the Commander-in-Chief with eligibility challenges, share with us the negative impact on members.
David, what many fail to understand is that when a post fails to adequately examine a prospective member's separation documents, they not only damage the sanctity and integrity of our order, but also hurt that member and their family, as being terminated due to ineligibility from the organization is often a shameful experience. Often the eligibility of membership to the auxiliary is contingent upon their family member's eligibility to the VFW. Hence, when a member is challenged and subsequently terminated due to ineligibility, their family member is terminated as well. This can cause great embarrassment for both parties and can have long-lasting and far-reaching ramifications on the post and its auxiliaries.
Jonathan, Section 101 and 102 of the national bylaws state that proof of service to establish and maintain eligibility for membership rests with the applicant. However, the post is responsible for assuring eligibility of each and every one of its members. So, when would a post review eligibility?
There are three main times when a post should review eligibility. The post receives a new application for membership, the post receives a request to transfer membership, or a member is installed as an elected or appointed officer.
If ineligibility is discovered during that review process, what actions should a post take?
In the case of a prospective member, the applicant is simply rejected for membership and notified that although they do not qualify for membership in the VFW, they may still qualify to join the auxiliary. A member requesting transfer and believed to be ineligible for membership should be brought to the attention of the department commander for review and disposition in accordance with Section 108 of the Manual of Procedure. The post has a responsibility to challenge the membership of any officer who fails to provide adequate documentation satisfying requisites of membership. Such challenges should be carried out in accordance with Section 108 of the National Bylaws and Manual of Procedure.
Can you explain this process?
Section 108 clearly states that a post shall, upon motion duly passed at any regular or special meeting called for such purpose, challenge the eligibility of an individual member. The challenged member shall be notified within 5 days of such action by certified or registered mail addressed to the member's last known address, at which time they shall have 15 days to provide proof of eligibility to the post adjutant for his disposition. If proof of eligibility cannot be established, the member's application or proof of service shall be submitted to the department commander for his disposition as prescribed in Section 108. The post will only forward the challenge to the department if the post eligibility cannot be established after the post review.
The Commander-in-Chief has the ability, under the bylaws, to challenge any member's eligibility. Does any other officer or member have that authority?
No. No member or officer may directly challenge another member's eligibility unless a motion to challenge a member's eligibility is duly passed at any regular or special meeting called for such purpose. I'd also like to add that districts do not have the authority to challenge a member's eligibility directly because districts do not have members. They have member posts. That being said, the district may submit a request to their respective department commander, who then may submit a request to the Commander-in-Chief to challenge a member's eligibility.
So, once a member's eligibility is challenged, does that member lose their rights and privileges as members?
David, this is one of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to eligibility challenges. Contrary to popular belief, a challenged member is still a member in good standing unless they are determined ineligible, which will always result in immediate termination and an elimination from the membership rolls via special order initiated by the Commander-in-Chief.
Jonathan, as Associate Director, one of your responsibilities is to review and administer eligibility challenge requests for the Commander-in-Chief. Explain the typical process.
Eligibility challenge requests received by this headquarters and addressed to the Commander-in-Chief are thoroughly reviewed and researched. Based on the documentation provided, this office will request additional documentation or will send the challenged member the appropriate paperwork to obtain certified separation documents and/or other awards, campaign medals, or ribbons that may be omitted from their separation documents from the National Personnel Records Center. From the date of the challenge letter is sent, the member is typically given 60 days to obtain certified documentation before their membership is terminated. However, extensions are available on a case-by-case basis upon written request to the national headquarters. Once received, all certified documentation is thoroughly reviewed before recommendation is made. The Adjutant General will then review the documentation and the recommendation. If a member is deemed ineligible, a special order is issued effectively terminating their membership due to ineligibility, and their names are removed from the membership rolls. If a member is deemed eligible, a letter certifying their eligibility is issued.
In cases where certified documentation isn't obtainable from the National Personnel Records Center, mainly as a result of that 1973 fire where over 18 million documents were lost, can other forms of proof be submitted by an applicant or member to prove their eligibility?
In those rare cases, this headquarters will accept and review any documentation that can adequately prove eligibility for membership with the benefit of the doubt going to the member. However, proof that all other options were exhausted must be shown before such consideration is made.
Jonathan, it seems to me that eligibility challenges are avoidable, yet necessary to protect the sanctity and the integrity of our order, the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States.
Absolutely. Eligibility challenges are avoidable, and as they can often be embarrassing and even traumatic for the member and their family, every post should assure the eligibility of every member accepted in membership.
Thank you for joining us and allowing us to better explain our policies and procedures.